Real talk, real people, relevant conversations. The I Am Kiana Skills podcast is dedicated to real conversations about issues, emotions, and experiences that affects the lives of everyday people.
I know that's right.
Welcome to the I Am Kiana Skills podcast. Welcome to the I Am Kiana Skills podcast. This episode is proudly brought to you by the Closet Experience Boutique. Looking to refresh your wardrobe? Visit theclosetexperience.com today and use code podcast, that's PODCAST, to get 10% off your order. What's in your closet? Theclosetexperience.com. Today we're diving into a topic that many of us have experienced but rarely talk about: ghosting. In a world where communication is more accessible than ever, it can be both baffling and frustrating when someone decides to ignore your calls, messages, or attempts to connect. Whether it's a friend, a colleague, or a romantic interest, being ghosted leaves us wondering, why did they disappear without a word? In this episode, Shay Fowler, she life coach, aka the Green Goddess, and I will explore the emotional impact of being ghosted, the reasons behind it, and how we can handle these situations with grace. So if you've ever been left hanging without an explanation, this conversation is for you. Shay. Let's help the people help the people.
Okay,
you know how I do. I like to get on in.
Well, go on. Start on.
So let's kick things off.
Okay.
Let's get into it. Let's
go.
Why do you think ghosting has become such a common behavior in today's world, especially when we have so many ways to stay connected?
People don't know how to communicate anymore. Communication has left the building. It no longer exists. You have texting now. You can send an email. You don't even have to say a word. Like, don't say nothing and they won't do nothing. You know? So
Right.
It's much easier to just walk away. I'm okay. I hope they'll be okay. I don't even think people know if they take in the consideration of someone else's feelings.
Probably don't, because ghosting has become so common. And like you said, it's easy to disconnect yourself when you don't want to be bothered, because you're digital. What you can do, sit your phone down and you just be like, you may say to yourself, I'll respond to them later.
Right.
But maybe later never happens.
Never.
With social media, texting and online, like you said, messaging, you would think it would be simple. Just to go, let me do a quick response.
Yeah.
But nope, people like to avoid.
Absolutely.
Sometimes because some stuff could be confrontational for them, so they just want to avoid it altogether. But then there's also a lack of accountability and the option, like you said, just to disappear. You don't even have to explain yourself. Like you said, you could just walk away from the conversation
and be done with it.
Yes. So how do you think ghosting affects a person emotionally?
Oh, it can take you on a roller coaster ride for sure. Like, it can mess up your whole mind frame. Here you are thinking that this person was everything, anything, something that you were getting connected to. You were feeling them. Y'all were vibing, as the young folks say. We were vibing. And then all of a sudden this person goes away. You don't know if it was something you did, they did, or they came across something better, they thought.
Right.
So it does make you feel like, am I worthy?
Right.
Do I have what they need? What was it that I was missing? Like, you start questioning yourself. Like, what's this about? Is it me?
Yeah.
What I need to work on?
So do you think it's just a temporary sting, or can it have a long-lasting impact on somebody's self-esteem and their trust in others?
It could be either or. It just depends on where you are with your own self-esteem. Where is your self-confidence? Do you, as we spoke about before, do you have your own self-worth and your own values? Because if you have that foundation, you could care less if that person ghosted you. It doesn't take you that long to get over it, as they say.
Yep, most definitely. So listen, when someone gets ghosted, it's not just about feeling ignored. It can mess up a person's sense, like you said, a sense of self-worth. Because we all been there. We can act like we all got it going on, but that some stuff do sting. We live in a world where validation and connections are important to our emotional health, whether we want to admit it or not.
But that's true. That's true.
So when someone disappears without an explanation, it can make you feel like you are not important, as you said. You're not enough to have a real conversation. You make you feel like, so I'm not enough to have a real, that they can't have a real conversation with me.
Yeah.
It's not just a temporary sting sometimes. It can plant those seeds of doubts about trust and have you just like, that's why I don't fool with nobody, because I know I got some trust issues, baby. But they stem from other places, but baby, because and it does make you feel like sometimes that you're just not as valuable.
Absolutely.
And like, let's just talk about it. In our community, especially in the Black community, relationships can sometimes be complicated. And ghosting can hit even harder because we're taught to value our connections and our friendships.
Right.
It's like a blow to the spirit that doesn't go away.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, honey.
Okay, go on.
You know, I've been ghosted.
Okay.
Yeah, Kiana. Yeah, I've been ghosted. I'm Kiana Scales has been ghosted.
She likes protests too.
Yes. You know, it is what it is. I'm not exempt from it.
No.
And I'm just going to tell you a little bit about. So I had this situation when I was trying to book a guest for the podcast. We exchanged emails and the person seemed like excited, oh yeah, I can't wait to come on the show, all that good stuff. Wow. We're going to have a good time, blah, blah, blah. Then they even confirmed a time and a date, still excited about the interview, told them, where to be, how to get here, all the, things that you need to tell somebody. Then the day before, I sent a reminder, a message, nothing. No response, no follow-up. I figured they might, maybe they just busy. They didn't, follow up. No biggie. It was like they had vanished into thin air. I was like, so, I was left wondering, did I say something wrong, like you said? Were they just not interested anymore?
Yeah.
It had me just baffled because it's like you were all giddy.
And it came.
Yes. And then it had me like, just thinking, okay, I hope they're okay. Because first of all, because I'm a concerned person, it's not just all about me. Are they okay?
Right.
Let me make sure they okay.
Yes, absolutely.
And it just makes you feel some kind of way, especially when we're all on social media, if you're following people, you're like, well, damn, they okay. They posted today, but you're more concerned like for their health and their safety.
Yeah.
So you feeling like, so you just not going, is your phone broke? What, you're not going to say
you're
nothing?
Not gonna say nothing.
So needless to say, they didn't come on the show, which was fine by me. But here is where my strong work ethic kicked in. Like, okay, baby, I got a strong work ethic. You're not gonna stop nothing over here. Right. You might think you might be up here and think, I ain't got to go over to that little podcast. Okay, keep feel like it's a little old podcast. Maybe I'm here helping the people help the people. At the end of the day, that might can help you. But okay, let me stay on track. Let me stay on
target. Tea, baby?
Baby, that's the tea. That's the P. I said, Lord, that's the tea
and the
sipping and girl. But let me just tell you, because I know my value and what I bring to this podcast. Right. I didn't let that get me down. So you can't let stuff get you down long.
Right.
Because guess what? You're going to lose focus.
Woo! And that part.
So, I continue with my bookings, refusing to let, that situation distract me from my purpose.
Yeah.
See, let me drop a gem. Y'all get y'all. Now, today going to be full of gems, y'all. Okay. So, y'all might want to get your paper or just get ready to replay this. Because, baby, I'm coming with them gems today.
Okay.
I had to tell myself, don't ruin a good day today by thinking about a bad yesterday. My.
Oh.
Okay, Woo, I don't think y'all ready. See, I talk to myself.
I see.
Like, I have conversations with myself, and myself talks back.
Yes,
baby, we have all, baby.
Self does talk back.
Woo, if I'm not talking to one of my good Judas, my good girlfriends, Shay, Keita, anybody else that I talk to, baby, I'm talking to myself.
Yeah.
Because
come on.
Donna Lawrence said, encourage yourself.
I was just over here thinking that.
Encourage yourself. Okay. Baby, I have to do that for me.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to ruin what I have over here and make me get distracted. Woo, you have to let it go and keep pushing towards your destiny and your greatness. We can't afford to let one setback or multiple setbacks stop us when we have a bigger vision, Shay.
That there is a whole something there. That's a big screen right there. You can't let it stop you.
No.
Because you're better than that.
Yep, you say it again.
You're better than that.
Yes.
Don't let somebody's foolishness stop your glorifying your movement. Because if you do, you're going to hurt you the most. I just had this conversation with my own kid. Like, Just because they acting a donkey, don't mean you gotta act a
Right.
donkey. You gotta. So I'm supposed to play like they don't exist? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well, that's not fair. That shouldn't be like that. Well, it is the world we live in today. And sometimes you need to put people to the side and they don't exist so that you can move and be able to flourish.
Yep.
And it's not that you're taking away from that person. I just want you to know you can't stop my show.
What you said.
Yeah. What's that song? One monkey don't stop
no show.
Got to
Keep
keep
on
on
moving.
Yes. You got to
This
keep
train
moving.
gonna keep on rolling.
You got to keep that up. You can't slow down. So
Most
yeah,
definitely.
don't do that.
So
Don't.
have you ever experienced being
Girl.
ghosted in your coaching practice? Like, when you're trying to help the people, do they be ghosting you?
I had to take a little sip.
Oh,
Sorry.
take a little sip.
So yes, professionally, I've been ghosted on many occasions. You make the appointment. I give you this free appointment. It's your first one. It's free. Like, this is an $85 session, but I'm giving it to you for free.
wow.
And you choose not to tap in. And it makes you feel, as a coach, now I got to go look at my calendar, move some other stuff around to see if I can get some other people in, as you had to do. It does make you feel like, so am I not the coach for you? Am I not in the right career? Am I not moving properly? How do I make sure that this doesn't happen? But it's just like when you go get your hair done, your eyebrows done, people cancel. Your stylist can cancel you. Your nail tech can cancel you. And you're like, ugh. So you, again, just keep moving. I've been ghosted professionally. Yeah, we'll talk about other stuff
I'm
later.
gonna say it does suck.
It makes you feel like you're not doing what you need to do, and then you have to reassess.
Because I would say, what did you learn from that experience?
It's reassessing. Like, how do you I put this back on program? How do I get my mindset back in the game? Because sometimes it'll take you out the game. Like,
it will.
For real. It'll make you say,
because your feelings, we human, and you be like, I did all this work to prepare. Like, everybody watches podcast, you can see it's a preparation.
It is a preparation.
This is not just
This
we gonna
is
get on
not a
here.
joke.
I'm trying to seriously help the people. That is not just me saying that.
Absolutely.
So I take my time to prepare an
You
episode
do.
to make sure that I am giving you the gems and the tools that you need.
You do.
I look up to the Oprahs and the Ayanna Vance. That's how can I say it? I guess they're like my role models.
Yes.
So I want to be the next in line to pass that torch. I feel like they pass the torch to me.
Yeah, so
and I feel like I'm doing my due diligence to
be
give
prepared
the people
and go out there and give the information, the resources.
It hurts. It stings.
It does. It can.
Yes.
It can sting. Yeah, that mess is a mess. Like, don't mess, and I shouldn't say don't mess with my money, but that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's
with my time and everything. Yes.
I got the pen, the paper, the Zoom. I've had to pay for the Zoom. You don't.
Pay for the studio. Like, people think
this is a free whole thing. Just because I give it to you free doesn't mean that this doesn't cost me.
Yeah, my interviews, you come here, it's free.
Right.
It's just a place for me to talk to you, to tap in with you. And then if you have something that you want to promote, I welcome you to promote it.
Absolutely. But don't waste my time.
Don't waste my time.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for, thanks for sharing, baby. Because ghosting professionally, in a professional setting, it's honestly a huge red flag to me. Because it comes out like it's unprofessional.
Very much so.
In business, communication is key to building trust and maintaining relationships.
It's networking.
Yes, it's networking. When somebody ghosts you, whether it's not responding to emails, they're missing meetings with you without notice or backing out for the last minute, it creates a sense of unreliability is what I think of.
Yes.
It also shows a lack of respect that they have for the person's time and effort.
Yes.
It's just... It's just really sad because it really shouldn't be happening professionally. We should all know how to conduct ourselves professionally. But instead of confronting the situation or giving feedback, they just want to disappear, which ultimately reflects poorly to me on their behalf.
Oh.
Like, how you just gonna do that?
Right. What's that old saying people used to say? Don't burn your bridges. Right. You never know when you got to go back to cross.
What you said.
So don't do that. Make sure you keep that bridge on point.
What you said. So what makes you think is the reason? What do you think the reason is that people ghost professionally?
Probably because you just didn't want to. You wanted to, then your nerves probably got to you. You didn't feel like you were prepared. You didn't feel as if you were ready for the opportunity. But if you don't show up, how do you not know
Know
that
if you're
you're ready?
Mm-hmm.
It could be a mental, it was a bad day, a mental thing. You don't know, but that's why you say that's why I'm here for you now. Like, this is why I'm giving you this opportunity. I never would have asked you
Right.
to be on the podcast if I didn't feel that you were ready. I never would have said, here's my schedule your appointment and let's talk about whatever issues you're having, because this could have cleared that up for you long time ago.
Right. And then I tell people we're gonna talk about. I give you the rundown, so it's
Yes,
no
you do.
surprises.
You do.
You know, I give you the
You
baby.
do.
Yes, I give you the rundown.
Yes, ma'am.
I
In
give you-
days, weeks in advance.
Yes, I'm not a last minute person.
No, you are not.
Yes, I'm not. I'm very professional. One
Very.
thing you can't say about me, unless you just call me on bad day, I think my record is pretty good of me being professional.
I think so too. We're just gonna give you snaps on that.
No, because I'm serious
Yeah.
about everything I do. And if well, let me go back. I'm not perfect. I may have dropped the ball, but when I realize I dropped the ball,
You
or if
do.
you bring it to my
Yes,
attention,
you
oh baby,
will.
I'm quick to apologize.
Yes,
Take
yes.
that accountability.
Yes, yes.
So that's why I was saying I know what I bring to the table.
Right.
I'm just, that's just me. I
And
can
I
only
love
be
it.
me.
I love it.
Thank you.
I
And
appreciate
I love
it.
you too. But I tell people that ghosting, it ain't it.
It ain't it.
So let me ask you this. When
Uh-huh.
somebody ghosts you in their professional setting, how do you maintain your professionalism and not take it personal and not want to just, because we all get that first thought, like how your daughter just
Mhm.
ready to, like, I can't get today because I know baby, I'm not exempt. I be wanting to be like, I'm gonna cuss them. I'm gonna send this.
Ooh, you want to-
that be your first mindset.
That is your first mindset. So for me, I do this thing counting to 4 in
Mm-hmm.
all the goodness and releasing all the bad with counting to 4.
Okay.
Like I do the close my eyes, I get my feet planted on the ground so that I can feel grounded, and what do I need to do for this person? Because I don't want them to miss out on an opportunity that could help them in the future. So let me send an email. Hey, I see that you missed your appointment.
Mm-hmm.
I hope everything is fine, well, and if you would like to reschedule, because I would love to see you again, please, let's reschedule. Let's find a time and a date that works for you. And see where that goes. Hopefully they respond. I've had some that don't respond even to the email. You're like, oh my gosh.
Like, did I go to spam?
Right.
Right.
So usually that helps because I think, again, people get a little nervous. Who wants to really talk about what's bothering them?
Right.
Who wants to do that? So.
Well, this is a tricky part for me.
Okay.
Because you are a life coach, and I feel like they took that first initial step to reach out and to book an appointment.
Right.
I would feel as if they're somewhat ready.
Yeah.
I'm not, because who wants to tell? I'm assuming these are strangers. That most times these are people you don't know.
Right.
So it could be gonna come like I'm telling her my business, because at the end of the day, it's my business that I'm having to tell you. Right. So we could figure out if you're the right fit for me to, to help me help myself. Right.
And I have to remind people that, this is a confidential conversation. What we talk about is what we talk about.
Right.
This goes nowhere. This is like Fort Knox. So I try to remind them that when you're talking to me, I'm not spreading your business.
Right.
Yeah. So I want to build that trust, keep that trust with them so that they can rebook.
Right. And that's, but you have to.
You have to.
Because if you do not do that, your business is going to be scarred, tarnished, and all.
Yeah.
Because
that she life coach girl didn't do such and such, and she didn't, and she
running around town telling my business.
Yeah.
So you don't want that.
No.
That's why everybody has to, like, you couldn't just call or email the person and be irate, because guess what? They gonna share that with everybody. Like, look, all I did was miss an appointment. Look what she said to me. Yeah. Even though sometimes behind the scene people, we're human, and we be like, oh, you just messed up my whole day. I could have went and spent some time with my child. My child had a basketball. Right. Like, but I knew that you were on my schedule and I didn't want to rebook you.
I didn't want to rebook.
So we just ask that you be mindful that ghost and stuff, that's just not it.
Especially professionally.
No, it's not. Anytime you make an appointment, just you as an individual making an appointment with somebody as well.
Yeah.
Just think about how that other person may feel. And what if, just start thinking about if the shoe was on the other foot, how would you feel? And if we walk through life with that in mind, I think we would all be better off.
Yeah, that's brotherly, sisterly love right there. That's understanding, that's compassion, that's empathy, that's okay, we can move forward. Yep. I did my due diligence of saying, hey, I can't make it today. Can we reschedule?
Yes, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
And
it won't hurt my feelings.
No. We just know how to move and where to put you at and try to work it out again. But now let's shift gears a little bit.
Okay,
let's talk about ghosting and dating. It's something that's become way too common in the dating world, but it still hurts because I hear it. Now, Shay, from your experience, why do you think people feel the need to ghost in in romantic relationships instead of having open conversations?
How's it gonna be my experience? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, because baby, in July I'm about to be married for 20 years, so I don't know. But you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you answer that. Then I'm gonna go back to say what I was gonna say about that, because you can be ghosted in a marriage. But
I was thinking to say, but I
want to hear what you got to say.
Okay. I was like, your boo can still ghost you too for 2 or 3 days.
I bet it won't.
Okay.
You know he got a crazy wife.
You know. Let me call this man right now and tell him. I'm sorry. I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you.
Call him.
So, in my experience in ghosting with dating, you know, it's been a little bit of everything and anything. Like, all is going well. It's cute. You're giggling. You know, you've been on a few dates. You on the phone. You know, you're doing all of this. Everything seems to go.
I need love.
You know, when
y'all in that stage.
All that right there. Yeah. What's that other song by? I love me some him.
I love me some him. Come on, Tony.
Yeah. So, you know, you're in that stage right there, and all is going well. And then one day, you don't hear from this person. This person stops calling, stops coming by, doesn't do anything, not responding to your text messages or your calls. And you're like,
hold up now.
Let me gather myself. No, I can't even gather myself. Where he at? Let me say what I want to say. Like, I want to get it out.
Yeah.
As they say, women need closure. Sometimes we do. Not all the time.
Yep.
But sometimes we do. So I had to go through the process of, okay, what are you feeling? What does this feel like? How do you move now? Where do you move to? Do you need to say something to that person or not? So it depends on the person. I've had to say something to somebody. Matter of fact, I said something to somebody today. Like, we were supposed to hang out a few weeks ago. They never responded or said, I'm not coming. Nothing. I'm not gonna be able to make it. Can we reschedule? Any of that?
Oh wow!
But you gonna call today? After a week or two of not saying anything?
To me, that's just crazy. I mean, because we're talking about grown people. I guess that's what irks me.
That's the part.
We're not talking about children. We're not talking about toddlers or teenagers.
We're talking about grown people with children, grandchildren, homes. So if you ghosted NES, what would happen?
They gonna cut them lights off after so long.
Okay.
They gonna ghost you.
If you ghosted Verizon, what would happen?
Gonna cut that phone now.
So today I leaped into myself. I said, now how do I want to handle this? I said, sir, first of all, you wait how many weeks to say something to me? And today, well, what happened was. I wish somebody would take that statement and shoot it and throw it away. And just the whole statement, blah, 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 and throw it away. And he said, let me say this. I apologize.
Okay, at least he took accountability.
I said, I thank you for that, for apologizing. He said, so would you like to continue to move forward? I'm okay. You know, if I did, I would tread very lightly with you. Because now whatever trust I did have for you, I no longer have. Because see, I'm learning I can't give you 100 off top. You gonna have to earn this.
Ooh, you got me fired up over here.
I see. Okay.
Okay.
Go on.
Just give me a minute. Let me talk to the ghosters for a second.
Go for it.
Ghosting It's an easy way out, but it's certainly not the most respectful.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna say that one more time because I don't think they heard me.
Say it for the people in the
Ghosting,
back.
it's not. It ain't it. It's an easy way out, but it's certainly not the most respectful.
It's not.
Listener land, let me hear you say just disrespectful.
Very.
They just disrespectful.
Very.
I need y'all out there, listening land, just go on and just say disrespectful. Because y'all know that's some disrespectful work. That's some dirty work right there.
That is.
Just nasty work. Just
murky. Messy.
We talking about grown people. That is just
like
disrespectful.
That's selfish disrespect. That's what that is. That's you being selfish and disrespectful all in one.
So let me ask you this.
Okay.
So how do you avoid internalizing what happened to you being ghosted and not letting that affect your future relationships?
I have to know how to put that to the side and be able to move forward. Mm-hmm. I have to make sure, first I have to check self again and make sure that I'm okay. And did I express myself well when I said what I needed to say to that person if I ever get the chance? And sometimes you can write it down because you may never get to say it to that person.
Right.
And then you can burn it or you can bury it, whatever makes you happy. Mm-hmm. But you got to get it out your system.
Yes, you do.
You do have to get it out your system and then move on to the next. Because you can't take that baggage to the next relationship. Yep. You cannot. I don't want that for my next relationship. Mm-hmm. I need to be able to just move. And I need to give that person, and I need to give the new person better space, a clean slate. I make that a safe place for them, not bring my baggage, because I can't be like Erykah Badu.
Yeah, being a bag lady. Because you know what? You can't control how others behave. No. But you can control how you respond.
Yes.
When someone ghosts you, it's their way of telling you that they couldn't handle your light, basically. Oh. They can't handle your light right now, so they just don't. I
need something else in this cup because you just...
Baby, I told y'all I was going to drop these gems. One thing about me, when I tell you up front I got a lot of gems to drop, just hit replay after this because, baby, I got a lot of gems, baby. Y'all ain't even heard... Woo, baby. Baby is all I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
Is
how you
I'm bringing it today. Yes. I'm just going to bring it. I'm letting you know. Mm-hmm. So... can you tell us what are some signs that someone might be about to ghost you in dating? Because the reason I'm asking these questions because you're out there dating.
Yeah.
Like what signs can you kind of see some signs that maybe you know how we always see red flags, but we kind of ignore them because we like, maybe we get a person benefit of the doubt. Tell me about some of them flags.
So this is what I noticed about this one particular person when it came to ghosting. The calling, the texting kind of slowed up. The, hey, what you doing? You want to grab a drink? Kind of slowed up. Mm-hmm. There was no Thursday night on the phone, FaceTime and eating together. Mm-hmm. So it was like, okay, something's about to happen. But my discernment kicked in to allow me to know that be prepared, prepare yourself. And I was like, okay. And when I saw, because I don't mind putting a little nugget on the table. Hey, you want to go do such and such on such and such day at such and such time? And they be like, well, yeah. That's a red flag to me. When you say, yeah, well, okay. And so when the phone calls and the text messaging stop
dwindling.
Dwindling down, and I was like, oh, okay, let's see what happens. So when that person didn't show up for the event that we were supposed to do, I was like, oh, okay. And then I had to tell myself, I'm not calling you. I didn't call them on the day of. I didn't call them afterwards. And I was like, oh, I'm okay. Been here, done that. I might be as cute as pudding, but if Janet Jackson can get cheated on,
everybody can. Nobody's
by Jermaine Dupri.
We all are human.
We are all human.
And we all flawed. All flawed.
Woohoo! Can't pay to paint the picture.
Nope.
Yeah.
So do you think ghosting is ever acceptable in any situation? What's your thought?
I'm trying to sit here and remember if I have ever ghosted anybody.
You done ghosted somebody?
Probably have. And that's probably why I receive karma so
Ooh,
much.
so that's your karma.
Ooh, because I don't mind leaving you in the cold, let you mind your own business only because. Only because. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say it like this.
Okay, say it. Clear your throat then.
Yep.
Let me.
Because I'm finna talk my ish.
Okay, go on with it.
I'm finna give you some real talk right here.
Okay.
Ghosting isn't cool. It's just cowardly. I said what I said.
You said it. And you said it loudly for those in the back.
Go back and run and tell that, as Martin Lawrence said. Go tell that. I said it. It's cowardly. You just ain't gonna convince me otherwise. It's cowardly. People hide behind the silence and think it's easier, but all it does is leave someone, like we was talking about, wondering what happened. Let me just say this.
Come on.
If you are not feeling someone or something, speak up. Just speak up. It might sting, because we're human. To be like, I'm not feeling you. Like, okay, cool. But honestly, respect goes way farther than just dipping out.
Because I can respect you a whole lot more if you tell me what it is. Hey, I was vibing with you, but I'm not now.
Because you're not doing anyone a favor by avoiding the truth.
And that makes me wonder what's really going on with the ghoster.
Yes. What's going on with you?
What's
you cowardly, like I said. You got something to hide. You got some skeletons in the closet. You ain't through messing with Mary Jane, but you over here trying to come mess with Kiki. You can't come mess with Keanu. I was finna get my whole name, but never mind. Let me just be quiet. Let me just pump the brakes. Because, baby, I was finna get started like I'm out here getting ghosted. Let me stop it. Y'all be done said
that's all right. Go on.
No,
it ain't that.
No,
it's not that.
I was just getting excited on the topic.
I see you over there.
Because, baby, it
can blow your mind.
Yeah, because
it's mind blowing.
Like I said, I think it's my pet peeve because we're grown. And I know the energy that I put out in giving or asking somebody to do something. I just need a simple answer. You ain't got to send me a long paragraph back.
I'm not into
yes or no. Yeah, whatever it is.
No, thank you.
Yes.
Hey, it was, but it is no longer. Just say something. It's okay. Because I'm grown too.
Mm-hmm.
And I may not like what I'm going to hear or see on the screen.
Yep.
Or coming out of the phone, but at least you said something. Now I can respect you. When I see you out in public, I can be like, hey, how you doing? And keep it moving.
Now, we touched on this a little bit, but I want to go back. I want to piggyback on it. Okay, what's your advice to someone who's been ghosted but still wants closure? You kind of touched on it. And what I want to know is it ever worth reaching out, in your opinion, or should they just let it go and move on?
It depends on both people.
Okay.
Like, if you want to reach out, if you feel the need to reach out, and you have to figure out what's a way that you can reach out to that person, whether that is by mail, email, phone call, text message, messenger, Facebook, Instagram, whatever that is, how would you like to say it? But remember, don't give that person a whole lot of energy when you say what you need to say. Just let it be one sentence. Doesn't need to be a whole paragraph. Hey, it was a pleasure. You know what? I'm going to take this one. Bishop gave one out Sunday. I said, I've got to write this down because I'm quite sure I'm going to need to use this. Thank you for making me available for what God has for me.
Oh, yes.
Is that not? That, like, you put a period on that and hit send. If I received that, I'd be like, oh, ish, you got to get your ish together.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll make you say, okay, I was out of order. I didn't do this person right. So let me see what I need to do. So yes, you can reach out to that person, but it does, again, depend on the person. You got to see what that does for that person.
Because for me, honestly, I think seeking closure after being ghosted it's like a little tricky game to me.
Yeah.
That's just, I'm giving y'all my opinion.
I'm with you.
It might feel like you need answers, but sometimes reaching out can leave you more frustrated, in my opinion. People ghost for all kinds of reasons, most of which don't even have anything to do with you in the first place.
Absolutely.
So if they wanted to communicate, they would have. So my advice,
don't do it.
Don't chase the closure. I'm finna go. Woo, don't chase that closure, y'all. If you reach out and get no response, that's your answer. You have to trust that you don't need everyone's explanation to move on with your life or to move on with your situationships that you have out there.
And it's okay.
Oh, yes.
That's good.
But wait a minute.
Okay.
But something is brewing up in me.
I hear it.
I'm going to scoot this chair.
Go on. I'm going to slide over.
I really don't think listening land is fully comprehending what Kiana Scales is trying to tell y'all.
Okay.
So let me say it bluntly and directly to you.
Okay.
Here is your closure. The lack of effort was your closure. Yeah. The lack of an apology was your closure. Yeah. The lack of respect that they gave you was your closure. The lack of integrity that they showed you was your closure.
Yeah.
Ooh, the lack of that accountability that was not shown to you, that was your closure.
That was it.
Hell, the lack of closure was the goddamn closure. Why you didn't see that? Woo, boom.
She's gone.
I just dropped the damn mic.
She's gone.
I just dropped it over here.
She's done.
I'm not playing no games with y'all today. I refuse to play some games with y'all. Somebody tell me to shut up and keep on talking and call me. Woo, just tell me to shut up and keep on talking.
Because
y'all might as well.
You on the roll. You are on the roll.
Ain't nobody got time for all that BS. We grown. Stop it. So respond to some dang on body.
Because you respond to everything and anything else. If your boy called you and said, hey, I want to go to the game. You want to go? You want to meet me at the bar? You want to have some drinks? We finna do such and such. You good for that.
We just out here trying to help the people. Tell them.
So if you don't open your mouth and say something, it's going to hurt. It hurts.
Yes.
It hurts. I can't tell you, I can't express the hurt that it feels when you have ghosted someone.
Yes.
That hurts. And I don't know if you do it because somebody has done it to you.
Because hurt people sometimes.
But they do. Mm-hmm. They really do. But there comes a point where you have to say, it's time to cut out the hurting folks. Just because I'm hurt doesn't mean I have to continue to hurt someone else. Everybody doesn't need to feel like you feel.
Go on and just call us the truth doctor. We just gonna spill it to you out now today.
Yeah. Don't nobody need to feel how you felt. That's not fair to them. They didn't do anything to you. Nope. You should have opened your mouth. And if you were still with Susie Q over there, you should have stayed with Susie Q and said, hey, you know what? I'm going to go back to old gal over here. Or I'm going to go back to old boy over here. Say what it is that you need. I'm going to need you to say something, baby. Open your mouth, blow a whistle, let us know you here and you okay.
Right.
That's all. That's all we want. We don't want a whole lot. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate you, but
sorry that it feels like if I wasted your time. Just something. Communicate.
If we can learn how to pick up a phone and ask for tail.
Yeah.
You should be able to pick up the phone and say, you know what? My bad. I'm out of order. And I understand if you not willing to move forward anymore.
So how do we move forward gracefully after being ghosted?
What Jay-Z say? I'm going to go on and brush my shoulders off.
Brush your shoulders off.
Just go on, brush. I got 99 problems, but ain't one. So that's what you got to do. You got to pick yourself up, brush yourself off, and be like, you know what? I'm going to continue in this fight, and I'm going to keep moving.
Don't suppress. Basically, you're not suppressing your feelings.
You're not. You can go and scream. You can write it down, journal. You can throw it away. You can, whatever it is. Just don't eat nothing.
I don't want to eat.
I know. See, that's why I said it. Because I'm the one that's gonna go in the kitchen and find that
tub ice cream or something.
It ain't. It's the cookies. It's the peanut butter cookies. Yeah, and some juice. You know, that's what if it's some ice cream, I can put the ice cream on the cookie. Yeah. But don't do that. Deal with your feelings. Talk to yourself. Your feelings are your feelings, because you never know when you're gonna be here again, and you need to know how to deal with ghosting, because welcome to dating.
Yes, and I was just gonna say, and as Black folks, we're just taught to always be strong. Like you said, be vulnerable sometimes. Let it all out.
Yeah.
So you don't take that somewhere. Deal with yourself.
Yeah.
And then shift your focus to your personal growth instead of dwelling on the ghosting. Refocus on yourself. Yes. What makes you happy? Channel that energy, like you've been saying, into things that elevate you. You want to be elevated. But you don't want to stay. It's okay to eat those cookies and get that ice cream, but you don't want to stay in that place. Because guess what? If you stay in that place,
some things going to happen.
Yeah, because you're going to start going into depression, maybe.
Anxiety is going to be very high. And we can't worry about tomorrow.
because we want to keep, well, I'm glad you said about your standards, because you want to keep those standards high.
Yes.
And you want to just learn
Yes.
from those experiences.
Yes.
Because we've all been there.
We've been there.
Whether we're the ghoster or the
ghostie.
Ghostie. Yeah, I was gonna say, what's the other word? The ghostie. Yeah.
Yes.
Who yeah, it's really hard.
It really is.
I just want to say, just let's all just treat each other with respect
Yes.
and communication. Just give each other respect and the due diligence of a conversation.
And if you've never read the 10 Commandments, it's right there. Treat others as you want to be treated. Do unto others as you want to be done to you. It's right there. It's the golden rule. If you don't want nobody to hurt you, don't hurt nobody else.
What you said. Now, I want to also, hopefully we're not going to run out of time, but I want to talk about the difference between ghosting someone and simply someone needing their space, because sometimes we may not know the difference between that. And I want to make sure that the listeners, because it's like a fine line.
It is a very fine
really
line.
a fine line, but hopefully we're going to break it down for people, because personal reasons, people need to just go take a break. And that's not ghosting. The key is understanding when someone needs that time to recharge versus when they're initially avoiding communication. And I will say this: the key difference between ghosting and needing space come down to the key word we've been talking about all day: communication. When someone needs space,
what they
typically are going to express that in some way, whether that's saying they need time to themselves, or they're dealing with personally. They're going to let you know, hey, Kiana, I'm dealing with a little something right now. I'm going to be on pause from, text you or calling you, but I'm good. Right. And then I normally say, my response back is, I respect that.
And thank you so much.
Thank you for letting me know. I will keep you, your family, whoever in prayer. I will keep you lifted in prayer.
Yes.
Because that's important.
Yes.
That's when somebody needs their space. They're not avoiding you. They're letting you know up front. They're going to be taking the time out.
Absolutely.
If somebody you talk to every day, all day, and they need us, they're going to tell you that, because they're going to be like, okay, she going to think I'm ghosting. Or sometimes maybe people don't get a chance to think about it because they're so consumed with something else.
Yes.
But we do owe it to the person. Let's say you talk to them every day, then they stop talking to you. Whatever. But if you send them a text, and you just say, hey, I'm busy right now, I've been dealing with a lot, I'll take that and be like, oh, she didn't ghost me. She just was telling me she's been through a lot.
Yes.
That's it.
And it could be 2 days. It could be 2 weeks.
Yes.
So we have to give that person the space.
But you got to remember that ghosting, on the other hand, is more of the silent exit.
Yeah.
Nobody gives you a conversation. It's when somebody's selling just stops.
And you're like,
they hit like that halt with no communication.
Mm.
With no explanation. And you just sitting there like, What?
Who? Why?
Yeah, like I said, when you're not being ghosted, when somebody just needs space, there's going to be a clear pattern of engagement. They're going to let you know this.
And that's what you need to grow. You need, when people do that, that makes you feel more reassured, more confident, and your self-esteem didn't take a hit. Your self-esteem did not take a hit. It's just, okay, let me back up. That teaches you how to give someone space. When they ask for the space, you respect their space and say, just call me when you ready to check back in.
When you're ready to talk.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes, even though I'm giving you a space and it's been a couple, I just want you to know that I'm thinking about you, especially when I know if you're really going through something traumatic.
Right.
I want you to know, I might, I'm not expecting you to text me back, but it's just me texting you saying, praying for you, or send you a nice little quote to say, I love you, like, you got a lot going on. Is there anything I can do? Can I bring dinner by today?
Right.
Are you, I can drop it off and keep it moving. I don't have to stay, because I see you're going through a lot.
Exactly.
We never know what somebody is dealing with.
Because it's a lot out here these days.
People, I've dealt with a person who's lost a job and they just didn't want to communicate. Like, they were devastated. And I would be too in that situation. So, and they needed time, but I would still be like, okay, not every day. I'm not going to bash you. But like every so many weeks, hey, what's your cash app? I'm going to give you this so you can go grab you something. Like, that's just the thoughtfulness in me to be a genuine friend to someone.
Absolutely.
I don't expect them to say, they going through a lot right now. It's not about me. It's let me see if I can help them to see if they can get through. Because at this moment, What I look like saying, oh, they didn't respond. I sent them some money, they didn't say thank. I don't even care if they didn't say thank you. Even though, because I know there's a lot right now. They're trying to figure out somewhere else. What their next move is going to be. Yes. They got a mortgage. Yes. They got a car note. They got insurance, all these bills that need to be paid. NES, all of this water. So they're not looking to give me a thank you right now. Yeah, but as time moved on, when they were back on there, guess what? Thank you so much for being there for me. Is there anything I can do for you? No.
They didn't burn the bridge. No. They didn't burn the bridge.
No, you can't burn the bridge. You cannot burn that bridge.
You got to keep it open.
Because we got to keep some doors we do have to keep shut, like when you've been ghosted. Let's just keep that clear. Some stuff, keep the door shut.
Pull
some
the exits
down. Yes, because some exits are permanent for a reason.
And I thank you for your services, but you wasn't it.
I think I feel another gem coming.
Oh, Lord. Here it comes.
Because you keep talking about this bridge, but I'm going to say this before I get to my gem.
Okay.
People who walk away without regard for you already shown you what their priorities are. You're not a priority. Listener land, you're not a priority to them. Ooh, but you said something about a bridge.
Okay, I did.
Ooh, and I think I feel a gem.
You feel
Let me see what I can say to the people.
What you gonna say to the people?
A bridge burned by their choice is not yours to rebuild.
Not at all.
Woo, talk to them, Dr. Truth. Baby, I'm over here doing the best I can in my Bishop Walker voice. I'm doing the best I can. A bridge burned by their choice is not yours to rebuild. Quit trying to rebuild these goddamn on bridges that are not yours to build. Baby, I'm on fire today. I feel like it needs, baby, I can talk all day.
This was a touchy subject for you.
Yes, baby.
I see.
Baby. You can tell them ones where I be.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, woosah. Yeah, woosah.
Yes.
So yeah,
I
love that one. That was the good. You can't. So put your bricks away, your cement away, put all that away.
Your railing away, your tools. Quit it. Stop it.
Put it up. Take the overalls off, your hard hat and your boots. Put them over to the side and work on you.
Yep.
What did I do that wasn't good for me? I don't ever want to feel like this again. I need to know the signs. Where are the flags? What does it look like when it happened?
No, because I got to thinking.
Okay.
Because do you ever ask yourself, why are they back? I'm sorry. As you was talking, don't it make you wonder, like, why are you back?
Like, today, when I got that call today, I was like...
Like, that's that big... Why you back? Baby, why you back?
You came over here for what? What was your purpose?
Yeah,
What's your intention? What's your intent? Because I need to know. What
do they want now?
What you want? Because I'm not finna give it to you. Mm-hmm. You're not finna get 100 from me ever again. You're not finna get all this attention, all this gloriness that I have. You could never have what you could have had if you had not ghosted me.
What you said?
Because I was about ready to give you the whole world, but you said no thank you without saying a word. And so I'm saying to you, may the Lord watch while we're absent, one from another.
What you said. Now, I know I didn't touch on, so I'm going to try to get this in real quick. You know, I said I was going to talk about ghosting while you're married. You can be ghosted while you're married. Because sometimes your husband or the wife is just no longer interested in what you have going on. The interest has, how can I say this?
Moved.
It has moved on in another direction. So it can happen. So you're feeling like you're being ghosted because now when you were the center of attention, the apple of the person's eye, now football or hanging out with such and such or going to smoke cigars and doing all this stuff has become their center focus. So yes, you can feel as if you're ghosted in a marriage. I didn't want people to think, that like I said, that married people can't be ghosted, but you can.
Yes.
You really truly can be. Like, it happens.
Especially if y'all in the household together and no one is saying a word to one another.
Oh, yes.
Now that's foolishness and buffoonery, but hey, who am I? Been there, done that. Oh. And move forward.
Okay, you want me to move forward. I'm going to move on. But yeah, I just wanted the people to know that, like, I've been married almost 20 years come... when I get July. We've been together so long, it
doesn't even matter no more.
It just feels like we together. The numbers, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But
I love it. Congratulations.
Thank you. Y'all, I'm about to hit 20 years being married to somebody.
Ain't that amazing?
Who would ever thought this
I couldn't done 2 weeks.
that was gonna be married?
Come on, little heathen.
The little heathen.
You doing 20 years. I couldn't do 2 weeks, but go on.
Girl, I feel like I'm doing like. No, I'm just playing. Nah, I'm just playing. Y'all gonna edit this out, right?
Yeah. Take it off.
Keita, I'm need you to edit that out. Look, Keita, like, we don't edit over here. Whatever
right.
You say, you better say you
It's
said it. What you gonna tell me? Keep that same energy because you said, I said what I said. No, but these are just jokes, y'all.
Yeah.
But I hope you all got something from this. Shay, it has been such a valuable conversation today.
It has.
Woo, we've covered a lot of ground from understanding ghosting in both professional and personal settings to learning how to move on with grace, baby.
Yes.
Woo. Before we close out, do you have any final thoughts for the people?
I just say, if you are feeling that you are left or been ghosted in a relationship, know this person has done you a favor.
Oh, yes.
And just say to them, thank you for this favor. I appreciate you. It was fun. We can move on. Again, you can say it out loud. You don't have to say that to that particular person, but be all right with where you are, because you're an amazing person. You are so amazing. You are God's light and glory. So just walk in that. You good, girl. To my bros, if you have ghosted, cut that out. Don't do that no more. If you have been ghosted, I apologize. Let me apologize to all of you that have been ghosted. I am sorry from the bottom of my heart that you were ghosted. I didn't mean to. I apologize. I hope that I can find some type of way to help your heart to heal.
That was so deep, and I was finna just be so
Go for it. Please do.
I was just finna say to y'all out there that's ghosting, read my shirt. What is?
I don't know, and I don't care. Cause you don't give
take on it. That's my take on it. That's my take. Boom.
Oh,
I said what I said.
You did.
Okay.
She said that. She said it all the way loudly with her outside
and
voice.
Clear. Thank you again.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yes. Real talk. Today, we had an honest conversation about ghosting, what it is, how it affects us, and most importantly, how we can handle it with grace. We talked about the emotional impact, the differences between ghosting and needing space, and how to move on without letting it weigh you down. Remember, it's not about chasing closure or letting ghosting define your worth. It's about respecting yourself, setting boundaries, and moving forward with confidence. Don't chase people or explanations that don't serve you. Your time, energy, and peace are too valuable. Let go of what doesn't align with your purpose and keep your focus on your journey. The right people will show up when you least expect it, and they'll do so with respect and clarity. Keep pushing forward and don't let anyone's ghosting slow you down. Be sure to like, share, and comment via the I Am Kiana Scales YouTube channel, and tell a friend about this amazing podcast. Until next time, remember, let's choose communication over silence. Don't ghost, just talk it out.
Please.
Hey ladies, ready to elevate your style game? From timeless classics to the hottest trends, we've got something for everyone. Visit theclosetexperience.com and save 10% today with code PODCAST. That's PODCAST. Theclosetexperience.com. What's in your closet? Theclosetexperience.com. What's in your closet? Be sure to use code PODCAST, PODCAST, and save that 10%. Theclosetexperience.com. What's in your closet?